up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey, to have a chit chat, I guess. We don't really have anything to talk about. I didn't really have anything to talk about. I think one of the first things I thought about was Martha's Vineyard, Summer House in Martha's Vineyard, child. I watched it yesterday. I've been watching the whole entire series, and it was only 8 episodes, right? So, but we got enough footages, okay, to see what we need to see and talk about these people, right? You know, then I watched Love and Marriage. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you stopped by. Please like the video. I'm still trying to get 1,000 likes on my videos. I noticed the people have been slacking. But if you could please like the video, don't forget to like the video on the way out or the way in. Even if you dislike the video, it's still engagement, but the ratio is off. I don't even get it. It depends on the topic where I will get a lot of dislikes. It depends on the topic. Yeah. And I think the fact that they've taken away you being able to see how many dislikes somebody has, I think that's taken away from people being like getting that dopamine from disliking somebody's video. People really hate watch people. People really do. People will tune in to a show or a person's channel and not like them, right? And it's okay. I feel like I watch people, not that I not necessarily don't like, but that I don't agree with most of their opinions. I do watch them, right? Even though I be at the TV like, oh, you sound so stupid, but still, I don't agree with them. I think it's good. I don't think it's healthy to be in like an echo chamber. And always listening to people who agree with the things that you agree with. I think it's actually very healthy to listen to people that you don't agree with. So, but not that you don't like, you know what I'm saying? I guess, I don't know, because I was trying to think like, I don't know. I guess if you don't like them, you're like, I don't like them. I don't like what they talk about. I don't agree with them. I guess, yeah, watch them. Thumbs down the video, thumbs up the video. It's still engagement. But I still think it's important to watch videos that you watch people or channels or, opinions or hear opinions that you don't agree with. I think it's healthy. But yeah, so I watched Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. I've been watching the whole thing. I just didn't review it. I've watched every single episode. What I've been watching the entire time, y'all already know, if I was reviewing it, I would rip Silas's head off in every review. Twist it and rip it off. Because Jasmine has gotten herself into a marriage with a man who wants to play Army veteran, Army reservist. It's 1956. And I need my wife to make my food for me, fix my plate, and steam my clothes. On vacation. Girl. On vacation. They're in their mid-30s. I was like, this is like a millennial couple. And I'm like, y'all still doing this thing? I see that y'all really do be wanting to fucking play 1950s housewife. And when he said it yesterday, I said, that's the thing. That's how they get y'all. It's a scam. I'm telling you, it's a slick scam. Because yesterday, I was on the episode that I watched, the last episode, he said, your entire world will change tomorrow. The coverage that comes with marriage, that could all change for you tomorrow. Right? They have sold you a bill of goods, honey, telling you that in order to have protections and provisions, you have to be married to these people. And then you find out that, oh, he really wanted was a goddamn maid, mule, and a mattress. Fucking Jasmine all through the season, just fucking on camera, fine, whatever. They're consenting adults, whatever. We done saw them screwing on camera. So she's there being the mattress. Then she turned around. He wants her to not go too far away from their routine. I expected when we were on vacation for her to maintain the routine of making his breakfast, making a plate for him, and then actually taking the plate to him. So making the breakfast, making the plate, taking the plate to him. This is on vacation. He's expecting her to do that to the point where he won't even go eat. And then y'all wonder why you die first, because you turn into your fucking wife's son. That's why. You turn into her goddamn son. She's muling around there. He's trying, and then on top of Silas doing all of that, he has the nerve to be insecure and tell her he doesn't think it's acceptable for women to accept drinks in the club. He don't like her going to the club because men buy drinks. And when they buy drinks, of course we know when they buy drinks, they expect your body in return. We know that. We're fucking women who get attention from men, goddammit. So we know what they expect. We know y'all have been raised, men and women have been raised in a society where there's a transaction before anything. So you assume if you buy a woman a Tito's and tonic that she needs to turn around and give you her body. Yeah, we know that y'all have been socialized like that. We know. He had the nerve, and then they went out one time and a lady sent them over drinks and he was about to take it. They were like, no, you can't take it because you just said the other day that your wife couldn't accept drinks. So you can't accept drinks either. Those type of dudes. His damn features all in the middle of his damn face. Silas was too much. Jasmine, you want to play this role like you literally, it's really kind of, it's amazing. It's actually amazing to watch how women will switch up everything and become a new person. You see, Shawnee O'Neal over there playing a first lady. She was a basketball wife. Now she's a first lady. You guys will literally turn yourselves. That's how we've been socialized. And it's usually whatever his interests are. You have been socialized to take on the identity of your partner. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And then she turns around and wants to play this housewife. We're married now. I'm Mrs. Cooper, right? Her goddamn wedding dress is her uniform. I'm Mrs. Cooper. We're the Coopers. But I want all my friends to hook up with somebody, and oh my God, my friends don't understand me anymore. My single friends don't understand me anymore. Girl, you've been married less than 3 years. Your single friends understand that you have gotten into a marriage, you've put on a mask, and you're playing a 1950s housewife. And you already telling your husband, your new husband, when you guys should be newlyweds. And you're telling him, I'm exhausted. But you stood at an altar and said, this is forever. So do you think what he has you doing, steaming his clothes, making his food to the point where he won't even eat, child? I'm hungry. All the other men in the house are like, nigga, make yourself a plate. And it's crazy because you assume as soon as you partner and marry, now this woman is supposed to turn into a goddamn maid and do all these things for you because you are protecting and providing for her. Because he literally threw that in her face. Your life can change tomorrow. The protection of marriage, the coverage of marriage, right? That's what you get from this kind of man. Not from this kind of man. Like I said on Twitter yesterday, yes, there are protections in marriage. There are protections for both people. Hello? For both people. Not you don't that's the part that is crazy because they are the ones who are in charge of marriage. So they decide to propose marriage to you, and then you decide whether or not to accept it. And in that proposal, it's apparently for Jasmine, it said, once you accept my marriage proposal and we get married, you turn into June Cleaver. This girl said the Huxtables were her only example of a relationship, and she saw that while Cliff and Claire supported each other, she had her own job. See, that's the crazy part of it, is the fact that you marry, you start emulating some archaic gender roles, but you also work. You also work. So not only are you a maid, a mule, and a mattress for this dude, you are also working on your goals and dreams. He said they were getting ready for an event, and he asked her to press his clothes. They're on vacation. He asked her to press his clothes as if he don't know how to press his own clothes, because who did it before Jasmine, right? And it's crazy because they literally, and then y'all really will fall into a role, because when you were 3 or 4 years old, somebody bought you a little baby doll, and now you know how to nurture, and the boy doesn't know how to nurture because he was given other toys. He don't know how to nurture. But as soon as he gets married, and then what's crazy for me, I have so many things. What's crazy for me, the majority of these men grew up with just watching their mom do everything. And so more than likely their mother taught them how to cook, clean, wash their clothes, clean the bathroom, clean the living room, clean the kitchen, all these things. But as soon as they get married, they act like they don't know how to do nothing. And you fall right into the role of doing everything. And now you're exhausted. And you done stood up at an altar and said you was going to do this forever with somebody. I said Jasmine needs to go back to the drawing board with Silas, because he has crazy expectations of her. And it's too soon in a marriage to be saying that you're exhausted, my nigga. Then I turned to Love and Marriage Detroit, and the women are over there saying the same thing. Don't y'all see that the shit is a setup? Like, and then my thing is, if you see it's a setup, when you go into your marriage, why aren't you having these conversations and designing and structuring your marriage to where you're not a fucking mule and you're not exhausted while he's out protecting and providing, girl? And then y'all wind up looking like married single mothers, then to other married women and to single women who you shame. You keep up the facade to your own detriment, and then you end up sick, looking crazy, aging before your goddamn time, because you're over there working like a damn mule, moving around, pressing clothes. This nigga Silas said they were getting ready to have their little black tie event, and Alex, I think that's his name, he was going to sing. His brother arrived. They had the damn, the music and everything. He said, yeah, I got ready. She says, well, you got ready, and all this time that you got ready, he was giving her grief about not pressing his clothes. He got dressed, and he tells her, yeah, I got dressed with no assistance from you. Nigga, how old are you? 3? Did you need your diaper changed too? Like, what the hell? I said, I can't even believe that this woman, who seems to be like smart, she seems smart, but you have found yourself in a relationship with a man who's about to work you, girl. He about to break your goddamn back in the bed and carrying shit. He literally, I was like, oh, look at Jasmine. She is a maid, a mule, and a mattress, girl. Because he was fucking her down during the summer break to the point where the people were switching rooms. Because he sure was making sure he got that mattress time in. But when he woke up in the morning, he expected her to be a maid. She was in there cooking. He didn't eat. Like, literally, the men were like, make your own food. And it's so crazy. I've told my sons, I better not ever. They already know what weaponized incompetence is. They're 14 and about to be 16. Don't do that. Y'all don't play those games where you act like you don't know what to do so somebody else can do it. I don't know what to do. And then women, so many women, thousands of women take this weird kind of pride in calling their husbands their children, right? When they count their children, I know you've heard it before. A woman will count her husband as one of her children, not her partner, her child, someone who depends on you for their survival, right? While he's the head of household. Girl, y'all, if y'all don't see that it's a fucking scam, I don't know what else to tell you. If y'all don't see, like, okay, when I get married, I'm going to be very clear, because I don't want this motherfucker to think that on vacation, oh, I was expecting her to keep the routine. I'm used to routine. I'm used to routine. Well, Jasmine, you done fucked up, and you done accepted a proposal from a man who wants you to be his assistant, his maid, his mattress, and a mule. I'm exhausted already. And you done stood up less than 3 years ago and told a priest and God and everybody you love that you was going to do this forever till death. Do you part? Your death, right? Because he going to work your ass unless you say something. And then she was like, I want to open this door so people can hear how you talking to me. Because he was talking crazy to her. And then when he was like, he still wants to talk about how she didn't press his clothes. And he's like, yeah, do you want to hear what I have to say? She was like, I really don't want to hear a damn thing you got to say. He was like, first of all, you don't talk to your husband like that. Nigga, what the fuck? She was like, have you heard how you've been talking to me? Yeah, but yeah, you don't talk to your husband like that. I said, okay. And she did. Now what? Now what you gonna do, Silas? He literally gets out of the bed. She gets up out of the bed and she like goes out of the room. He starts hollering about the coverage of marriage. Your life can change tomorrow. Are you threatening her? What, like, cause that's weird to me. Y'all not even 3 years. This is what you're gonna, do you think that this behavior is sustainable? The people said that Silas said he's in therapy. He really needs to be in therapy. And I don't know if that marriage is sustainable. I don't know if she can do that. She's already taking on, like, the mask that she's wearing is already heavy on her. She's crying. My friends don't understand me. Girl, shut up. Your friends understand that you've gotten yourself into a predicament. Okay? Then I turned on Love and Marriage Detroit. And I was like, okay, the women, they're influencers, they're on the internet, the people. That's what I think what they should be doing with Atlanta. Getting some influencers off of the damn internet and casting them. I really believe that that's what they should do. Candy, all of them other people, they can go. They really need to, what's his name? Carlos King. He has the formula. He got the formula. Let's go get some influencers and then people who want to be on TV, right? In some capacity, they want some exposure. They're public. They got enough followers to tune in, and then other people will tune in based on the franchise, right? He needs to add, like I said yesterday, Carlos needs to add a therapist to the cast of Huntsville. He already got Dr. Francis. What's the other one? DMV. What is it called? Love and Marriage DC, right? They need a therapist on there. Detroit needs a therapist. I feel like he needs to add a therapist aspect to the show, because every single person on Detroit, they need to be in therapy. They got one dude on there. I don't know his name. I don't know the people. He's a dark skinned dude, little milk dud head. He's married to the nurse or doctor. She's in the medical field. She had doctor in front of her name, because she said during COVID, he took a job and went to Atlanta, and she was by herself with her kids, doing the things that she needs to do to maintain their household, and she damn near threatened him with divorce if he didn't bring his ass back. They need to be in therapy. He's on some kick to where he's a male chauvinist, and that's what he is. He's trying to put icing on it and make it look cute, putting little bows and trying to shine it up a little bit, but he ain't nothing but a male chauvinist, this old men's rights advocate type shit. where he's telling his friends to tell their women that they're going to tell her what he's going to do. We're going to a guy's trip. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Well, when you're in a partnership, you need to ask. This is a business. You cannot abandon the business. You need to put in vacation time. When are you going to take a vacation? And it needs to be planned. You don't get up and get to tell me I'm going on vacation with my boys. I was with homegirl, but then homegirl, she basically has trust issues. That's another thing. Y'all marry these people that you don't trust. Girl, it's not sustainable. What kind of life do you want to live where you are unable to trust the person you have promised to spend life with? So we're not, I don't go by the forever fucking marketing tool that they use in marriage. We gonna last as long as as long as it's sustainable. Once it's no longer sustainable, we are going to part ways, divorce, and go about our goddamn business. So it's not forever, but y'all approach this shit like you're gonna do this forever, and then you enter into agreements and arrangements and structures and dynamics of relationships that are not sustainable. They're not sustainable. You can't keep doing this. You can't. If you don't trust a person, you should not marry them, girl. He done cheated on you he's in the music industry. I guess he's a producer, okay? He got his little man bun, honey. You're the little producer. You're only signing women. You've already had an emotional affair with an artist of yours, and your wife doesn't trust you. And then you got these other dudes like, yeah, he can go to the club if he wants to. You about to break these people up. Just like the other dude said, stay in your lane. Stay right here. Get out of their business. Stay out of their business. He didn't even tell his wife that he had signed a contract with another artist who is a woman, and he has a history. And the history is he had an emotional affair with another one of his artists. So you bringing in another artist, signing her, keeping it from your wife, you are untrustworthy, my nigga. Like, I'm sorry. And how long do you think a marriage is sustainable with how long do you think you can be in the business of marriage with someone who is untrustworthy? How long do you think that that's sustainable? And and when they continue to do things that affirm your insecurities, like, how long do you think that you can do that? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense to do that. And then the other couple, he done signed up for divinity school. Baby, I was here for we might have to review Detroit, because the middle couple with the tall dark skinned dude and the girl that's going to divinity school, he done signed up for divinity school. She was like, baby, I did not sign up to be a first lady. I said, I know that's right, girl. This is something that's the reason why you get married. Like, to Silas's point, there's a coverage and a protection and provisions that happen when people get married, but it should be ran like a business. A lot of y'all really just fall into this fairy tale idea of this man doing all these things for the family. Even the guy that is signing the woman, he was like, when a man works, a man has to be out of the home between 40 and 60 hours a week. He's providing for his family. Yeah, but she calls him while he's in the studio. He acts like he has an attitude while he's in the studio. He acts like he has an attitude. He acts like he has an attitude in order to create conflict. Like I said, I mean, we might have to start watching Detroit, because I was like, so they all need a therapist. And I feel like at the end, Carlos King, if you hear me, add a therapist to each cast of the Love and Marriage, because all of these people, they need counseling. They do. And I think they should be able to talk to somebody, like at the end of the week of filming, whatever week they're done filming, at the end of the week when they do their interviews, that they should do interviews with therapists. I truly believe that, and we should be able to see the footage, because every single one of those couples on Detroit need to be in marriage counseling. They do. They do. You going to divinity school? You didn't even tell me. I did not sign up to be a first lady. Girl, what? The other one. You have this man school. What is he calling it? He's calling it something to where, and then he had Marceau, honey, Dolphin Lips himself up there talking about we the men and all this other stuff. Girl, it reminds me of Al Bundy's club, No Ma'am, the No Ma'am club, where these niggas think that basically that they need to stand up to women. So he's basically telling his friend that since he has kept that information from his wife, that he signed another artist, that he needs to be able to speak up. He needs to be a man and speak up for himself. He says a lot of the times he doesn't do things or go out because his wife starts asking a bunch of questions, and based on her line of questioning, it takes out the fun of going out. So he just doesn't want to go out anymore. I was like, girl, this man is crazy. These Negroes are crazy. So yeah, Silas, go to hell. I just really feel like Silas is not somebody who should be married. I feel like men like that and who act like that, they want a maid, a mule, and a mattress. They literally do. And I don't say that just to say that. It's literally the behaviors that you're doing, and you fall into those weird behaviors, and you agree to these weird behaviors just so you have a semblance of a marriage. I'm married now, girl. Call me Mrs. Cooper, girl. Girl, no, you want to be able to say you're married, but then when you look inside the marriage, you being worked. You got to work for those protections and provisions, don't you? Girl, I was like, Jasmine, no. Jasmine, her and Silas need to be in therapy. I don't think he's going to change, but I feel like a lot of men like that who want to be in a relationship with a woman that they control, they just need to find a woman who's silly enough to agree to their proposal. And because you have been sold this idea of marriage, you agree to their proposal, and then you realize you didn't got yourself into a situation that is not sustainable. And thank God for divorce, because there was a time when you couldn't even get a divorce without a man's permission, girl. But y'all want to enter into these relationships where it looks like you don't have any rights. It looks crazy. It does not look healthy at all. It doesn't. And then he's talking to you crazy. And then he talks to you crazy and expects you to serve him. It's crazy. He really did not eat. And then told her, yeah, I got ready all on my own with no help from you. Nigga, do you want a cookie? He was really upset that she didn't help him get ready. Girl, it's a mess. And then, like I said, y'all wonder why y'all die first. Y'all wonder why your brain cells start depleting, because you are expecting some woman to take care of you in exchange for protection and provision, girl. Bitch, I said a firearm is a better exchange of that. Protections, provisions, yes. Because I'm not dealing with nobody who expects. That's why I said it's on vacation. Like, it's crazy that she does that in their home, but you're on vacation and he's expecting you to still do that kind of stuff for him, as if he doesn't know how to cook, as if he can't make his own plate, as if he doesn't press his own clothes. He's expecting you to keep the routine that you agreed to, where you're this goddamn maid. I just don't see the benefit. I don't see the benefit when it's designed like that. I do not. And then the other woman on Detroit, she's talking about how she's tired too. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I take on all these things. I have to be in mommy mode. You got to put on all these masks in exchange for. And like, are you even enjoying your partner? Like, you're making her do all this work, and then y'all want somebody to lay down like Maurice on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. You telling people that you need sex, and that's the difference. And Kimmy is over there with cancer, rolling over, opening her leg so you can climb on top of her because you need sex. This woman has cancer, going through cancer treatment. And these men expect that. It's crazy. It is crazy as hell. And then you turn over and do it. Like, girl, I can't. I don't see it. I can't believe. Let me tell you what. Let me show you what Maurice said about Kimmy.
To where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you.
There's a difference between wants and needs, all right? And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs.
I would have, you should have seen Carlos's face. I would have asked him, if, because you need it, it is a necessity for you, what is the effect when you don't get it? What happens? What's the side effect when you don't get something that you need? I want to know that, Mighty Mouse. I really do. I think it's incredibly selfish for him to sit up there and try to make it seem like it's okay for him to be climbing on top of Kimmy while she's going through cancer, chemotherapy, whatever she's going through as it relates to her body being in disease. And you and the side effects of her disease is a low sex drive, and you still want to climb on top of her. If you don't take your goddamn hand of some goddamn lube and go to your theater and watch some porn on the big screen and do what you need to do while this woman heals her body, like, girl, are you kidding me? I want to know what happens. What are the side effects when you don't get what you need? That's what I want to know. Listen to him.
Like what we're going through right now, what Kimmy is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, fakes it, all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire. Right? So I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. As difficult as it may seem, we should all feel that we would be better people and say, oh, no, I don't want or need sex for however long it takes for you to recover, but then live in reality where that's not true.
I want to ask you this. So when you say you need sex, not want it, you need it. Obviously, there's things we need. We need oxygen. We need water. There's certain things we need in order to be able to live a healthy life. Why do you need sex?
I need sex like Carlos needs mess.
I didn't hear what his answer was because they started laughing, but he said, I need sex like Carlos needs mess. It's not funny. It's not funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's weird as hell. I think it's incredibly selfish. And I just hate that, I mean, that's the risk that you take when you decide to partner with somebody and you decide to marry them. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how they're going to act when you get breast cancer. You don't know what his expectations are, that she still rolls over, and he even understands it. He understands she rolls over. She's not enjoying it. She's faking orgasms for me. Girl, how is that? How is that intimate at all? So you're just using her body to masturbate. That's what it sounds like to me. If you are engaged in a sexual act with somebody who is faking it, who has the low sex drive, and who's just laying over and turning over so that you can get off, You are using their body to masturbate. That's it. I think that's incredibly selfish, but y'all be married and throwing marriage in people's faces, and it's crazy to me. And then what's her name? What's her name? What's the girl's name? Bria on Martha's Vineyard. Girl, when I tell you that girl was incredibly immature and a brat, oh my God. That's when I wonder, like, how do you partner with people? But you don't know. It's just a risk that you take. You partner with somebody, you want to partner with them, you want to have somebody around, you want to have somebody to talk to, you want to have somebody to laugh with and all this other stuff. But then there's another part of them that's incredibly selfish, self-centered, controlling, manipulative, and you're like, damn, how long do I deal with this? How long do I deal with this? How long is Jasmine and Silas going to be together? I don't give them. They're not going to make it to the 8-year mark. I don't think that they're going to make it. Dudes like that, like I lost my train of thought when I was saying it earlier. Dudes like that, he's very like, I don't know, it's something about him. He's very like, I don't know, like, you lucky you found you a wife. Like, you lucky you found somebody who married you. Like, he gives me like, I don't know. I don't think he's a suitable partner for marriage. I don't think so. I think what he needs to do is get him, like, a lot of these men, they just want somebody to serve them, and I don't understand. And so what they get, they need to get a woman or a sex worker. They don't want to pay. That's why. A sex worker, a maid, somebody to come in your house and clean your house up. There are some single men who do all of these things. You want somebody to cook for you? Order you a meal prep service. They will deliver your food to you, honey. The food that you want, okay? Find you a meal prep chef. They don't want to pay. That's the thing. All those other things in real life cost money that you are doing in exchange for some kind of weird ass protection and provision. That's what you're doing. They're getting services from you for free in exchange for protections and provisions. You over there, he can have a maid service come into the home once a week to clean up, right? You can have on Mondays, maybe have them come in on Mondays, whatever. You tear the house up on the weekend, or you clean it on the weekend, whatever you want to do. And so it can be clean for the week. Have them come in on Saturday and Sunday, clean the house. Have you a meal prep. You want your meals made and cooked for you and all this stuff. Have you a meal prep and get you a high-end escort that can come whenever you need to your rocks off or whatever. You can have that. They don't want all of those things add up. And you are doing it for free because you love them and you're going to do it forever. Girl, good luck to you. Anyways, I got to go. Jasmine and Silas, I want them to come back next season. If they're divorced, they're not together, whatever, they need to come back. I want to see if Silas really got therapy, because somebody said that he said on Kempire, shout out to Kempire, that he is in therapy. I saw his face on the thumbnail and I was like, I don't even like dudes like that. Like, just his whole little demeanor. Like, you think you this tough dude, you talking crazy. And I didn't even like the way that he was talking to the light-skinned dude with the pretty eyes. I didn't even like the way he was talking to him, and I felt like he was talking to him crazy, acting like, you don't get pussy because you talk too much or something he was trying to tell him. And then he turned around and was trying to tell him how to lift a table. You two grown men. How are you telling him how to lift the table? But I felt like he was trying to punk him in front of Jasmine, because that's Jasmine's homeboy. Patrick, I don't know what his name was. The one that has like a new baby. And then Silas over there telling him he can't get pussy. I was like, girl, this is a mess. This is a mess. It really is. So hopefully Jasmine went over and renegotiated how she's going to show up as a wife. But the gender roles, it's archaic, and studies, statistics, and you can go within your family and ask women who are divorced and were married in a marriage like that, how did it work for them? And then y'all really go and try to do it again. Like, statistics show that married women they do a lot of work on their own, whether they have children or not. If they have children, you hear the phenomenon of married single mothers. And it's weird that y'all run into these relationships and then you end up doing the same thing. Are you not reading? Like, are you not listening to women who are divorcing their husbands, saying that they worked them until they got sick? And then when they got sick, you hear the studies, you hear the stories that the men leave. Like medical professionals will warn women who are married who get a chronic illness. They will tell them, be prepared, your husband might leave you, because now you can no longer son him and take care of him. You turn these niggas into your sons, and it's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell to me. It is crazy as hell to me. And then y'all even brag like, how many children do you have? Say you have 2 children and you're like, I have, Jack and Jill and John. And they're like, John, John, yes, my husband. he's my kid too. Y'all be sunning these niggas and then sunning them and then turning around and letting them tell your community that they're the heads of the household and you running everything in exchange for protection and provision. And room and board, I guess. Girl, it's a mess. Anyways, y'all, let me go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.